Good morning. It's a cold one. It snowed last night. But we're on our way to Chris's because Chris just bought a pickup truck and I'm already taking advantage of the friend with the pickup truck. Last weekend I was in Quebec City for Thanksgiving, and while I was there I was scrolling Marketplace, and you know how dangerous that is when you have some free time. It's later on at night. If you don't know, my first car, like that was mine, and also the one that really started the YouTube channel, was my 2008 Volkswagen GTI. And so I've always had a soft spot for those cars. I've always said four doors are the better looking ones because they are. But there's one model of the 5th generation of Golf, or Rabbit, whatever you want to call it, that didn't get a four door, and that's the R32. Always thought it'd be cool to own one, but I've never wanted to pay $9 grand for one with 170,000 miles on it. This car is by no means perfect, but it only has 84,000 miles on it. Clean Carfax. By the way, if you're new to the channel, I'm in an all road, but you'll notice it says S4 down there. That's because it's got a 6-speed, that, and a supercharged V6. So check out some videos on that if you haven't already. Over an hour. We're over an hour into our drive. Alan's in the back, Chris in the driver's seat. We got the new Dodge Ram. We've been listening to Formula One and chatting. We're 5 minutes out. I'm a tiny bit nervous. These guys, I don't know, they're just along for a ride. It's really me that's nervous. But I got an envelope of cash. We'll see how the car looks. Let's see if the jump box has the juice. Nothing. All right, it only took 2 jump packs, but we're live. We got the trailer.
Yeah, I think it'll fit.
1 pound wide, yeah, we'll see what happens. I have an envelope of cash. And we're going home with my first R32. This is my first Volkswagen R model. Still a little rough, but yeah, oh yeah, measure it.
How's it look? Is it thinner than mine?
Yeah, it looks close.
Okay.
This is gonna be a tight fit, but I mean, we have to also get out of here, which will be interesting. The DSG clutch is engaging for sure. Or the DSG and the Haldex.
Straight now.
All right, we got it out of there. Going back here. And coming home with us, as long as it fits on the trailer. Either that or AAA's taking it home.
Sounds great.
Runs great. Needs a fender liner on this side too.
Does it feel like we're picking up a car and like Need for Speed, you know? Like
Yeah, it really, yeah.
Turn a little bit this way.
This way?
Just a tad, because you're kind of diagonal.
This way? Or this way? Look at how close this is. I mean, you can't really tell, but that is so close. Same here.
Yeah, now I can see it going.
How do you feel about that?
This is gonna hit the mirror. It's gonna hit the mirror. Go forward just a tad.
Hang on. Is it good? Or do I need to go over?
I can't tell until you get kind of close. You're fine.
Okay. All right, now.
Going
Yep.
over the first one.
Am I gonna hit that? Oh my God, look at the fitment.
You got one.
All right, our first drive around the corner to the shop. Oh God. Oh, the wipers work. That is so good. All right, here she is. We made it to the shop. It's defrosted. I don't know if that's a good thing. Yikes. And I got a small problem. So my buddy Tim hooked it up with a new OEM battery, because you guys remember we had the jump packs. But I don't have the jump pack. It's at my house. And I put the the front bumper in the car in the way of the thing in the back to open it. So I got to figure that out. But before that, this thing is really bothering me. I think this needs to go in the garbage. Oh no. All right, this is gonna make a mess. Let me open the trash can. Don't have animals in there, don't have oh no. What is that? Oh, straight up walnut in there. But I brought the picks. Of course, I put the bumper right here. I'll tell you what, it doesn't smell pleasant in here. But I think we're going after this guy. So a little further back in here is a latch. Hey! All right, so with a fresh battery, it should it's got way more juice than it did before, I'll tell you that. Oh, baby. There it is. Like butter. Mk5 is where I got my start in YouTube. I had a 2008 Volkswagen GTI, United Gray, 4-door, 6-speed manual. And that's where this whole YouTube thing kicked off. I was making videos in college, kind of on a budget. That was my first car that was like mine. And I made 4 years of videos with that car and it was fantastic. Then I jumped into a B8.5 S4, B8.5 SQ5, and it kind of spiraled from there, went a little bit crazy. Why did I buy this car? Great question. I'm asking myself the same thing. R32, not necessarily on my bucket list. I've always thought this would be a cool car to own, but I didn't actually see myself buying one. That's Zach's C3, by the way. That's not mine. And that's Pound's BMW, also not mine, just in case you're new. This one came up on Marketplace, like I said, and it looked like an interesting project. And I honestly, the real reason I snagged this car is because of the mileage. And, oh, by the way, Chris, who helped me tow the R32 here, my favor back to him was letting him stain some stuff in here. So it's kind of a mess. I wish I had more room to walk around the R32, but the reason this car is here is the reason I'm letting him do that. You know, even trade, right? He tows my car an hour and a half. I let him stain a couple pieces of wood. We jump in here and look at the mileage, which now it works because the car doesn't have a dead battery. You will see 84,365 miles. Now, if you know anything about Mk5 R32s, you know. If you don't know, there's 5,000 of these in the US. This is number 4,127 out of 5,000. Tornado red was the rarest color, according to my buddy Tim, who got me the battery. It's hard to find these cars in general with low mileage. It's even harder to find them where the owner is not asking an arm and a leg for them. Now, obviously, this one had some damage, and I'll tell you the story in a second. And the reason I bought this car is because it still has the bones to be a pristine, low mileage example. And I have the know-how and the willingness, as of right now, to fix it up. Again, if you didn't know and you're new here, I 3-liter swapped my all-road over the winter, so it's got an S4 motor in it. Prior to that, I pulled the motor out of my B5 S4, which I recently sold, which is why this car is here, and did stage 3 on that. So I kind of burnt myself out on cars, and nothing was really exciting me because all that's left is like really big projects, and I was looking for like an easy win. A lot of the stuff on this car is going to be, hopefully, easy wins. There's like fluid changes and bumper fitting and that kind of stuff, and we'll get it painted. And in talking to the seller, who was a really great guy and is actually going to follow along in the videos, so appreciate you being a great guy and really enjoyed the conversation. He fell asleep at the wheel one night, took the fender out, and you can see on the bumper, part of the bumper out, and then if we come back here, car is really... My plan, I'm getting derailed. My plan was to bring this car home and power wash it, but I can't legally drive it across town yet. It's gonna need a lot more than I initially thought it did. Like the brakes are, look at that. The brakes look like that. I don't think I'm driving that across town. So we just ended up bringing it to the shop instead, so it's a little bit dirty. But the quarter panel got right here. You can see it's a little bit indented and a little bit damaged. I'm not worried about this. This will come out with PDR. I have a new, I don't know if this is a genuine fender or not, I probably should have checked, but based on the fitment, like up here, I would imagine this is aftermarket. I have a new genuine fender for this. Again, I probably should have checked that before I ordered it, but it is what it is. And then the bumper situation is going to be fun, because these bumpers are expensive, the grills are expensive, and yeah, I really don't have to buy both. The grill is alright, I think. Unfortunately, it's drilled for the plate, and it's got like a crack at the bottom of it. This bumper is completely smoked, but luckily the seller hooked me up with this bumper, which is Not damaged on this side, but doesn't have anything on the inside of it. So I may end up buying a new grill for it, and then we'll just kind of graft the bumpers together and see what happens. The bumper has to be taken apart to get painted anyway, so it's not necessarily a bad thing that it's apart. Here's another big selling point of this car. If you're familiar with R32s, and especially the leather of the 2008s, it stretches like crazy. To find an interior in the condition like this one is kind of rare on its own, and to find it in a car, like, you know, have it all in one package, I'm feeling pretty good. Motor sounds healthy. You guys heard it. There really wasn't much timing chain rattle when we started it up. Under the hood is absolutely disgusting. Ooh, it latched. No, it didn't. Okay, Mk5 guys, I need another one. It's been too long. I've been out of the game. Why won't my hood see, I let go, it pops up. Look. But it's latched here. It just won't do that phase where it like goes all the way down to the point that you have to unlatch it from this. Is it because the front bumper's not on it? Am I missing a piece? Mk5 guys, let me know. I need to put the vice grips on here, so give me a second. I'm kind of concerned that this car has been repainted because the factory paint does not chip like that. And you can see it goes all along the fender. The fender has it too, right here. It even goes into that pillar. So I'm not sure how much of this, again, this is a tornado red car, like we talked about. Tornado red is notorious for the clear failing. It actually, no, that's dust. It doesn't look like the clear is failing. So it makes me mildly concerned that this thing has been repainted, and if it's been repainted poorly, it's gonna be really hard to match. Luckily, my friend Mike owns the best body shop in the Boston area, Mike's Auto Body. So this car will be headed there eventually, and we will figure out the painting situation. I'm worried that the paint will be more expensive than the actual mechanical work on this car, which again is okay, because the paint is the first thing that people see, and they wanna see an upkept car. It's gonna be sorted. Whether or not we spray just the front, or we spray the whole freaking car, who knows? Mike I said, oh, Mr. Paint Man. He goes, oh, Mr. No Man. So I may have to do some convincing there and buy him some White Claws or something. Powering through a couple of the peppermint pucks in here, just in case there are any mice or whatever left over in here. The sticker on this car is 12/2018. So the last car this was driven, or last time this was at least legally driven, was January of 2019, which means that 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. It's actually almost been 6 years since this car has been driven. The sticker is 12/2018, which is when it expires. So maybe he drove it an extra month. So basically, January of 2019 to January of 2025. I mean, it's late, it's early December, but close enough. So it's been sitting for 6 years. There's a lot of gunk in here. So we're gonna have to go through, we're gonna change all the fluids, we'll do the coolant flush, we're gonna get all this fixed up, we'll get this fitted at least remotely well so that we can drive it to Mike. There's a whole bunch of stuff coming here. And honestly, this project really excites me. I've been working all day and all I want to do is come here and vacuum this thing out. If anyone has a factory R32 airbox that they want to get rid of, I will happily trade you this new speed one for the factory one. Let me know if you're excited, because I'm freaking stoked. I haven't been this excited to work on cars in a hot second. I hope it comes through in the video. I hope you guys are excited to see me back in a Mk5, and we're going to bring this thing back to glory. Only modifications on the new speed intake and a resonator delete down there, which is why it was a little bit louder in the driving clips. But yeah, I keep showing you the ugly side. I gotta show you the pretty side. I've been sending pictures to my friends, and I send them from this angle. Look how nice it looks from this angle. You don't even know. The next video, I'm gonna take this whole freaking thing apart, clean it up, and we'll see what happens from there. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to follow along on Instagram. I'll be posting some stuff there as well. Go out there and spread some positivity, and I will catch you guys in the next video.